What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be your review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 10 episode 1. Brand new season, brand new drama, and we have two new ladies, at least so far. You know, sometimes they bring people in the middle of the season, but at least so far we have two new ladies, and you guys might be surprised at how I feel about them. Let's get to it. Now, we start this episode off. It is Fashion Week. All the ladies are packing up and on their way to Fashion Week. And at first I was like, why is everybody going to Fashion Week? Ha ha. Because Kyle has decided to start her own clothing line and she is debuting it at Fashion Week. My mother would, what a penny will buy you, right? So all the ladies are packing up because Kyle has asked all of them to actually walk in her fashion show, participate in the fashion show. So they're all headed to New York. Now let me tell you guys something. A couple of things off the break. For those of you who follow me and who go to my live reviews and all that stuff, y'all know what I have always said about the reason why I love the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because all the rest of these, well, I ain't gonna say all the rest of these franchises, but the franchises that I watch, the Housewives of Beverly Hills be shitting on them hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is money. This is what it is. And let me tell you, they have a queen on here this season. We're going to get to her in a minute. But when you see the difference in how these women roll versus what we see on these other shows. Now, Dallas, I think, is a close second now. I don't look at Orange County, New York, and New Jersey, so I can't compare those three. But, baby, these women have money. And they live a lifestyle that is just beyond. We're going to get there. I'm getting ahead of myself, child. I'm getting ahead of myself. So, everybody is back except for Lisa Vanderpump, who we knew wasn't coming back. So, the rest, all the regulars, everybody's back, right? We get to New York, and immediately we see that Kyle is in over her head. Kyle has absolutely no clue what she's doing. Her fashion show is the next day, and she doesn't even know how to style her models. And so she calls Dorit. She says, Dorit, I know you just came in on the red eye last night, but I need you. You know I wouldn't ask if I did not need you. And Kyle is like, well, Dorit is like, well, what is going on? Like, what do you mean? And she says, well, I don't know my styling. I don't know this. I don't know that. Dorit was like, she said, well, all of them going to have the same hair? Like, have you set anything up? And she was like, no, we haven't set anything up. And so, honey, we're going to get back to that. I'm sorry, I skipped the part. Miss Erika Jayne has been invited to do, I guess, sort of like an opening ceremony, what you would have for Fashion Week, and she was asked to perform. And so she is there doing her Erika Jayne thing, honey. I couldn't let that out because y'all know I love me some Erika Jayne. So you know I couldn't let that go. It wasn't a big thing, but it was what it was. And Lisa was there, Denise was there, I think Kyle was there, but don't quote me on Kyle. No, Teddy was there. Kyle was too busy stressing out over the fact that she don't know what hairstyle her models is gonna have for the fashion show at Fashion Week the next day. But okay. But Erika Jayne came out and she did her thing. Erika Jayne is Erika Jayne. She's gonna always, y'all know I love me some Erika Jayne. I think I had somebody that's in the running for a close second this season, but we're gonna figure her out. Y'all know I gotta give myself a few minutes to figure out whether she's in my close second or not. I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out yet. So excuse me. So so back to Kyle. So Teddy comes, I keep saying Teddy, Dorit. Dorit does come to help Kyle, and when she gets there, not only did Kyle not know her styling and not know what she was doing as far as her lineups and stuff like that, she didn't even know what her people were wearing. And you know, she was like, oh, Dorit, you always make this look so easy, and da-da-da-da. Dorit was like, well, I've done this a million times, and I make it look easy because I kind of know what I'm doing. And Dorit was even like, so, did Kyle just wake up one day and decide and say that she was going to do a fashion show? Like, did she just decide that she was just going to have a fashion line? Like, it seems like she just woke up and said, okay, I'll put my name on that. And I'll be honest, it did. And I was funny. I was thinking it before Dorit said it. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, what are you doing? Like, how do you not know some basic shit. Like, and her pieces, some of her pieces looked really, really nice. Others of her pieces, I wasn't too crazy about. But I'm gonna be honest with you, and y'all know I ain't no fashionista by any stretch of the imagination. I am not a fashionista. However, did a lot of her pieces look like they were borrowing from other designers? Those pajamas that she wore to the fashion show, they looked very Gucci-esque to me. The outfit that Jayne wore on the runway looked very Versace-esque to me. Yeah, do you think, is it me? Is it me? Or did it look, okay. So, so while Dorit is down helping Miss Kyle figure out her life with this fashion show, Jayne decided to take the ladies on a little field trip. And Jayne took the ladies to her old stomping ground. She had moved to New York, fresh out of high school. She never went to college. She went there to, you know, pursue her dreams of being an actor, a singer, a model, or whatever. And just like most people that go to New York with all these big dreams, at the end of the day and at the end of the month, the rent is still due. And so she found herself dancing at a go-go club. And she said she did it for about 2 or 3 years. And when they got there, you know, and she was like, you know, I've gotten closer to these ladies. And in the midst of getting closer to these ladies, I have opened up to them, but I'm a little nervous about opening up too much to them and giving them too much of my business. But I feel like she was being very vulnerable to them in that moment, because I think a lot of people have suspected, and I think rumors have been out there, but I don't think Jayne ever really confirmed, and if she did, I missed it, about what she did or didn't do. You know what I mean? But she definitely was very open, and they get in there, and the girls are in bathing suits, and she said, well, no, they don't strip down and get naked. They're in their bathing suit. Now, personally, to me, that's not a strip club. So I guess it really was a go-go club. But Lisa Rinna made a comment, and I hate when people do this, and I don't even think Lisa Rinna meant it in the way it came out, but Lisa Rinna was just like, oh my gosh, this would never be Lula. And Erika was like, well, don't say it like that. Don't say that. It would never be. Oh my gosh, it would never be. Like, don't do that. And I understood where Erika was coming from, because number one, in that moment, I'm leaving myself vulnerable to you, and I'm leaving myself open to you. So don't look down on my past. Don't look down on this is where I came from, and I'm giving you a piece of me. But like Erika said, you never know. If your child wasn't rich and decided she wanted to go into modeling and had to move to New York without any money, any family influence, any connections, you don't know where your daughter would have ended up. And and you know, and that's not even a nasty thing to say. It just is what it is, the reality. But it's one of those things, and I've had people say that to me before, a little different, and I don't think people mean it to come out a certain way, you know, but it comes out, and you're like, wait a minute, don't do that, you know. But to Erika's credit, she didn't get in a mood. She didn't put that on her back. You know, sometimes Erika she can get offended, and then that's it. She shuts down. But she didn't do that. She did check Lisa, but she didn't do it. And, you know, and I get it. Lisa Rinna wouldn't have allowed that to happen to her child. But, you know, again, yeah, I get it. So, the other thing we found out is that the lawsuit that Dorit, had going on, that they've settled. She said they had to go to mediation, and you know, each party had to give a little on both sides. Well, that's what mediation is, and so then they've resolved it. So we got that out the way, and that's great. And she said she hadn't been able to speak on it up until this point, and she still didn't really speak on it. But maybe as the season goes on, she'll get deeper into it, because she still ain't really tell us nothing. And we see now, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because Kyle brought it up twice, and so I feel like Kyle is being a little petty, and it may or may not come up again. So that's the only reason why I'm bringing this up. While they were on their way to the fashion house to go see the designs, they got, you know, they stopped and got, you know, pretzels and hot dogs and stuff. And Kyle paid for it. And afterwards, Kyle says to Dorit, so you're going to give me the money for your pretzel? And it was like a ha-ha joke. And at first I was trying to think, is that a reference to like a joke? Is that like a Lisa Vanderpump plug or something like that? Because they kind of threw a little shade at Lisa Vanderpump a couple of times this episode. So I was wondering, I was like, okay, is this a Lisa Vanderpump like joke or something? But then I couldn't reference it. And I know, shout out to my girl, Lil Baby. Lil Baby, I know you're going to be in the comments and you're going to get me together if it was a reference that I missed, okay? But But other thing, she brought it up again. So I'm like, okay, Kyle, not you didn't bring it up not once, but you brought it up twice about how about Dorit paying you back for this damn pretzel. Now, listen, I ain't even Beverly Hills kind of money, and I wouldn't be tripping over buying my friend a pretzel from the damn cart. Like, seriously? Like, I don't even know why that should have been spoken of, Kyle. Like, seriously. But for you to bring it up not once, but twice, kind of makes me think you were serious about getting your little $3.50 back. I don't know. And it's so weird, like, knowing where we are now to see how they were just in New York and hanging out and walking the streets so freely and everything was going on. Like, it's weird to see it, y'all. It's so, our world right now is so surreal. But anyway, moving on. I don't want to dwell. So, then we get introduced to our new our new housewife. Garcelle, y'all know what I'm saying. It's the French word. And she's the first black housewife. That's why I really want to get her name right. I feel bad that I'm not saying her name right. But she is from Haiti. She's first generation. Her mom immigrated here from Haiti and brought them over when she was like a little girl. And so she's, she's first generation American, but she's Haitian. She is an actress. You guys probably know her from the Jamie Foxx show, which was like her big breakout role. She had a really messy divorce. She has a set of twins, and you guys can go and Google the divorce. It was really messy. I don't remember all the details, but I know it had something to do with sending a fax to the company, letting everybody know. It was messy. And fax, so that'll tell you how long ago that was. Or email. Maybe it was an email. But she is in New York, honey, and we find out that she is friends with Denise. That's how she's coming into the group. Now, remember, Denise came into the group through Lisa Rinna. So she's coming into the group through Denise. She said they did a pilot together years and years ago. The show never got picked up, but they kept in contact and they stayed friends. So they go out for drinks, and I mean, it's nothing major. They go out for drinks and have a good little conversation. And Garcelle, I'm gonna get it right, y'all. And I took French in high school. I'll let you know how long ago high school was that I know it, but it's not it's not rolling off my tongue correctly. But anyway, so they're talking and just kind of doing the get to know you kind of thing. And she's letting them know, she's a single mom and, da 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 da, and, boom, boom, boom. And Erika Jayne walks in with this nice little white fur hunty. Okay. She walks in there and they're, they just getting to know each other. They just having like a little icebreaker type of thing. Nothing deep, nothing major. Now, on the other side, we see Miss Lisa Rinna meeting up with her friend Sutton. Let me tell y'all something. I love Sutton. At least for this episode. I can easily see how Sutton can get on my nerves at a certain point. But let me tell you why I love Sutton. Because Sutton is money. Sutton is money. And even these Beverly Hills women who have money, Sutton was reading those hoes. I was loving it. So they go to meet up. Now Lisa Rinna meets up with her, and Lisa's talking about, I thought it was sort of gauche that Lisa was talking about how much money her friend had, but I think we needed to understand how much money this woman really has. Her husband was like this big hedge fund dude, and when they got divorced, she walked away with a lot of damn money. I mean, they say that she owns multiple homes, that she even owns a baseball team or two. I was like, do what? And they're on their way to the Dolce apartment. Dolce as in Dolce and Gabbana. She always gets custom pieces from them. And like Lisa Rinna says, and she buys couture. She doesn't just see it on the runway, honey. She buys it. So they were there, and she said that every year Dolce and Gabbana make her a custom crown. Do you understand what level of a customer you have to be to get invited to the Dolce apartment where normally the designers would be there, but they just weren't available in that moment, to try on custom Dolce pieces, couture one-of-a-kind pieces, because she's gonna, I believe she's gonna walk, or she's gonna wear it on the front row or something she's gonna do. And I mean, of course, she's getting the royal treatment while she's there, honey. Lisa crazy ass is gonna go put on the crown, and this is where they throw a little shade at Lisa Vanderpump, talking about the crown isn't that heavy, and they are playing Lisa Vanderpump in the background, talking about how heavy it is, you know, how heavy the crown is when you wear the crown, how heavy the crown is. Honey, listen, Sutton is that bitch, and she is a bitch. Let me be clear. Sutton is a bitch. Okay, she's snobby, and she's a bitch, but she is that bitch. Does that make sense what I'm telling y'all? And even funnier, y'all know who she's going to clash with the most, in my opinion. This is an early on prediction. Dorit. And I'm going to tell you why. Because y'all know Dorit fashions herself to be the fashionista. You know, she thinks she's just this fashionista, right? Honey, Sutton is going to shit on Dorit when it comes to money and fashion. I just believe it. So anyway, moving on. This is running long. Let me hurry up. So we get to lunch with the ladies, and Denise and Teddy, Erika, Jayne, Garcelle, they're all at lunch together, and Teddy tells Denise, look, I don't know if you heard or not, but you know, Charlie Sheen has sort of responded to some things you said, and what Charlie Sheen, excuse me, is saying is that he wants to go back to court because he feels like Denise owes him child support, or the child support should be reduced or something. And Denise is like, well, he hasn't even paid child support in a year, and I haven't even taken him to court. So, and Garcelle was like, why? Explain to me why you haven't taken. See, here's the thing that pisses me off about when women do that. It's not about you. Child support is what it's called. It is child support. It is not about you. It is not for you. It is about and for your child. And in your case, children. So Erika Jayne says, well, do you have a lawyer? Like, have you even had a lawyer go over your case or discuss your case? And she was like, no. And he was like, well, you need a lawyer. You need to get a lawyer. Like, you need a lawyer. And she was like, no, I mean, I'm good. I'm fine. So Erika was like, that's crazy. So Erika calls her husband, who immediately gives her free legal advice, okay? And tells her, yeah, at the end of the day, you absolutely, he was like, I'm not sure if you necessarily need a lawyer there, but you definitely need to have somebody like me or another lawyer there. And I was like, I know that's right. I ain't mad at you. Because, see, he don't have to do that. That's him looking out for a friend of his wife's. Because let's be clear, Tom got better shit to do than to go and represent Denise Richards against Charlie Sheen in fucking court. Like, let's be clear, he got better shit to do. But Denise ended up getting an attitude with Erika and was like, I know Charlie Sheen. I've been dealing with him a long time, and I mean, I appreciate your advice, but I know how to handle him. And I'm like, oh. Because my thing is, bitch, she trying to look out for you. But okay, all right then. When you sit up there looking and anyway, let me shut up. Because Denise irritates me sometimes. I think Denise, in my opinion, Denise tries too hard to act unbothered sometimes. But anyway, so the ladies are having dinner. Kyle, I think, is hosting them in like a little cocktail type situation. And immediately I noticed that the outfit that Dorit has on, it's like this white suit, but it's too big. It doesn't fit her. It's not flattering at all. And I'm like, is it supposed to have that sloppy, too big look? Like that, you know, flashback to the 1990s? You know what I mean? How we used to wear all our clothes too big? Or did you just buy it and that was the only size they had, but you were so pressed to wear it? Like, I don't know. The rest of the ladies had on, like, all of them had on sparkly ass disco. Like, Kyle had this sparkly ass. And mind you, I was thinking all of this before Sutton walked in the room. That's why I'm telling y'all what I was thinking. Because I'm going to get to Miss Sutton. Before Sutton walked in the room, I was like, why does Kyle have on this glittery ass outfit? And then somebody else had on this glittery ass outfit too. And I was just like, I mean, was that on the invitation? So then, Mauricio is back in LA getting his life, okay? He's having an agency party at their house, and they are having themselves a good time, okay? And he even has a shirt on that says something about no assholes, and I'm like, wow, that's when you know you own your own company and can't nobody check you, because you get to walk around your own company picnic with a shirt on that says something about no assholes. But he's clearly drunk. Anyway, moving on. So, the ladies are sitting down, they're talking around or whatever, and they get to sit. Miss Sutton walks in, honey, and Miss Sutton reads the room. First of all, she talks about how everybody got on sparkly disco outfits, and she was like, I mean, I wish I had known that that was the theme of the night, because I just feel out of place. And Erika Jayne, I mean, her dress is just too short. It's just inappropriate. She said, she asked, she asked Dorit what the designer is of her outfit. Dorit says Fenty. She said Fendi, and the face. And when she said Fendi, her face was like, Fendi don't make that shit. That's the look she had on her face. And Dorit was like, no, Fenty, like Rihanna. Honey, why Sutton gonna say in her confessional, I'm just not really impressed with, actors and actresses that team up with designers to make a collection. That just doesn't move me. I said, I love this bitch. I love this bitch. Then she went to go sit down at the table. She said, and Teddy looks like she has on a black romper. Because she does. I was like, oh my God, I love Sutton. Oh my gosh, I love it. Now, I know at some point she's going to probably get on my damn nerves. But this episode, I was getting my life with Miss Sutton, okay? Then, y'all, this is running so long. I'm sorry. I'm going to hurry it up. We almost done. Then, they get ready to sit down to eat. And she looking for her name tag, right? And they were like, oh, there are no name tags. She said, oh, but there should be. I said, oh. She is reading the room down. Now, at dinner, we find out that Teddy is pregnant. It's anticlimactic because we already know not only is Teddy pregnant, Teddy done had that damn baby. So, I mean, in this moment, she just found out. So, I'm happy for her. Glad she had a healthy baby. All that great stuff. I think it's a little boy. Okay. So the next day we get to the fashion show, honey. And of course, on the way to the fashion show, Kyle's assistant calls her and tells her that Tracy, the woman who was running her fashion show, was kind of pissed off at her because I guess the way she came in yesterday and some of the suggestions and changes that she made, she had like a little attitude or whatever. And of course, Kyle, y'all know Kyle like to play hard. Kyle is soft as a damn wet paper towel, but she tried to play hard, honey. But anyway, they have the fashion show and the ladies walk. Dorita's complaining because her shoes are too big, talking about, is this the thanks I got? I can't do her fake accent, but anyway, is this the thanks I get for helping her save her fashion show? I get clown shoes. I can't wear these, they're too big. She wore them damn shoes. Lisa Rinna looked good. I really feel like Lisa Rinna, long hair, and I know she's got that signature short haircut, but Lisa, that long hair with that slick back ponytail and the way your makeup was, baby, that looked good. That looked good. Anyway, so that was the fashion show. I ain't getting into all of the different outfits, but what I will say was that this one outfit came down the runway, honey, and Garcelle and Sutton both liked it. And Garcelle was like, oh, we're going to have to fight over it. And Sutton was like, I don't fight over clothes. And in her confessional, she was like, I'm going to get it. I was like, I love her. Like, it's the way she says shit is just so matter of fact. I love her. Do y'all understand me? Now, again, 3 episodes from now, she might get on my damn nerves. But in this episode, on today, love her. Anyway, honey, fashion show went off great. Everything was good. And then Kyle lets us know that was just, that was the calm before the storm, and that things blew up. and it looks like it's all surrounding Denise. Now, Lil Baby, again, shout out. I know Lil Baby probably got the whole daggone story and the backstory. I remember seeing a few headlines, but it's something dealing with Denise Richards and Brandy Glanville and her having an affair, and maybe she was married or not married or whatever. Honey, we're gonna get it all together. But that was the first episode. It was okay. I had a lot to say because it was the first episode, but it was pretty decent. We're gonna see how this works out. Let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.